Bitcoin, that funny, crazy scam people keep falling for. Folks, before I go on, I do not provide any kind of financial advice. The advice I do provide is contained here in the channel, as well as in my book, Street Survival Skills, Surviving the Economic Collapse. These you can find in Amazon following the links below. As of the rest, that's always up to you. Now, if you're one of those people that saw some of my videos regarding precious metals, Bitcoin, and that sort of thing, well, I guess, Bitcoin hits 63K, highest since 2021. That is pretty high. Is it the highest? I think it's a record now. I don't think it's ever been this high. 63K, and it will go down. Seriously, I know that's kind of like the typical disclaimer. I'm not joking. I'm not giving any kind of financial advice. Go with your financial advisor. Now, if you want to tip your toes and this sort of thing, you have the link there below, not only for my books, but also for Coinbase, which is the one I use. And if you buy $100 of Coinbase, I think it's still the case that it gets you like $110, and I get a kickback of $10 as well. So it's all good. If you want to start, trying some of this out, Coinbase is definitely the way to go. It has been the case though that with this new hike, there was something going on with Coinbase or Bitcoin. Anyway, there was one that had like some glitch in the system and people were freaking out. I don't know if it was Coinbase or something else. Anyway, Coinbase by all means is the safest way. And without doing this a Bitcoin video, this is just if you're trying things out. If you want to spend $100 in Coinbase, by all means go. Now, if you want to put $1,000 in Bitcoin, don't leave it in the exchange. You want to get yourself a hardware wallet. It could even be a paper wallet. And I know this is Chinese for most people that are not into it, but hardware wallet, look into that. Ledger, a hardware wallet, and you will keep your Bitcoin in that hardware wallet away from the exchange, which is like keeping your money in the bank. The best thing is keeping it in your pocket. Well, you can do that with Bitcoin as well. $100, that's okay. Leave it there if you don't want to bother. I mean, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to buy a hardware wallet for $100. At least the way I see it. More money than that, you probably want to get into it. But even with $100 in the exchange, you have the app in your phone and you can track. My advice is, only put into any of this anything you're willing to lose. So if you're thinking, well, I'm okay with losing $100 or 200 or 1,000, and I'm kind of betting on this maybe being the future of the economy for humanity, well, that would be a pretty damn solid bet in terms of what you end up winning, because if that's the case, $60,000 is nothing. If that's the case, if everyone ends up going to Bitcoin, you're looking at each Bitcoin being millions of dollars. That's the inevitable consequence of everyone wanting to have Bitcoin, because there's simply not more to go around. It is limited, it is scarce, and it cannot be artificially created by financial institutions. It needs to be mined. It is quite complex and it is expensive. And the more people want it, the more expensive and more difficult it is. So it has a self-regulating system, which is very interesting. But point being now, it is going through the damn roof. Bitcoin at, well, right now it says 57. Okay, so it's $57,000 now. So it dropped a little bit. What was it, like a couple days ago? Was it a little bit higher? No. Okay. So from one day, no, still going pretty damn high. Nature of Bitcoin, it's quite volatile. So it just jumps around a whole lot. And now it's peaking and it will be going down. But it's so interesting. I think I've done content about this when it was here. When it was $16,000 and people are all freaking out, oh, it's going down, no. And it stayed pretty low for a few years here. You see 2020, then it started going up again like crazy and down again. But this time, so it's interesting to see these gaps, how it stayed down, it started so low. Man, if you could have bought Bitcoin at $300, right? Or what was it, like $10? The first time I heard about Bitcoin, I think it was like $10 Bitcoin. Jesus Christ, look how it. So it's I'm a believer. I think it will fulfill the Matrix destiny of being the chosen one. I buy that. I think it could well be the case. So I'm willing to put a little bit into it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But guys, that's basically it. That's gonna be all for now. Bitcoin hitting one of those, yet another one of these peaks, and people freaking out either because they are super hyped about it or they're super salty about not having any of it. I hope you're one of the guys that actually got a little bit into this when I started doing some of the first videos. See you on the next one. Take care.